Look, see, I came down to tally. All the bad baby what's happening. Last name Santa, first savage.
What's up, everybody? This is Vinny Vitrone. We're here for a new Beyond Limits film study episode. I got my boy Rion Brown in the building, and we're about to go over some tape. Ryan, first thing I want to ask you is, growing up in Hinesville, Georgia, like, how much was basketball like an outlet for you?
Oh, a lot, man. And, it wasn't much to do. I was in a, little country town in the South. So, all we really had was basketball, football, other sports. So, basketball was everything. My family, basketball runs in. My dad played. So, having that outlet and, that guidance growing up, was everything.
Now, next thing I want to ask is, a kid from Georgia, how do you end up going to Miami?
I think that speaks for itself, man. I needed some big city in my life, man. I was on the small front for a long time, but even when I went for my visit down there, everything was lovely, man. The
Hard
sun,
to say no to Miami, huh?
Yeah, it's like, man, like Miami, or I could stay and go to UGA, Georgia. I had Virginia.
You didn't want to stay home?
I think Alabama. Everywhere was, small towns. You know what I mean? So. And I always wanted to play in the ACC, so it was like Miami, ACC was like a 2-for-1. So,
if it wasn't Miami, where would it have been?
My top three was Miami, Georgia, and Virginia.
So, which one? You don't know which one you're not gonna say?
Honestly, Georgia and Virginia was like on the same. I don't know if I would have been able to pick between them. I don't know, but
No, but that's like something that like nowadays like is always do kids want to stay home? Do they not want to stay home? Like why didn't you just want to stay at the crib?
Been at the crib all my life, and don't get me wrong. Now it would have been crazy, to be able to stay home and have family at the games every time, and be that hometown hero, type of role. But
right.
I was one of those kids. I was always around my parents. I was always with family, and I just felt like it was that time to kind of get away on my own, and just kind of start my own legacy somewhere else. So, that was the main thing for me.
Now, how much did going away like help your maturity, like, and your progress as like not even just in basketball?
Oh man, a lot, man. And I even had my first son my sophomore year.
Right.
So even having him and my wife now, she's my girlfriend then, but having my wife now there with me, man, that made me grow up so much. Women always mature a little faster than men, so
right.
it was a great experience, man, having the family down there with me and just almost getting that pro lifestyle in college, but I kind of got a head start on it. So
that's big time. That's big time stuff. So the first game we're gonna go over right here, Miami Hurricanes at Tar Heels, ESPN.
Classic.
19 points, 10 boards. Now, how do you you got a game of this magnitude like the night before, like how are you preparing mentally? Like you got superstitions, like what are you doing the night before?
I'm chilling, man. Usually we turn on the TV, we'll watch other basketball games, at that time I think my roommate was Darius Adams, and we would just sit up, talk, laugh, like regular stuff, man. We try not to, think about the game too much, more so clear our heads and just have that focus and that release, the day before. But nothing really superstitious, that I did before every game or I had to do before every game. I just be chilling, man.
Okay. Gonna get right into it here. Let's see what we got.
The back tap ends up with Manu Lukaku. Brown in transition. Offensive rebounds.
Now, first, are you a shooter that aims for the front of the rim or the back of the rim? Like, everyone is different.
Honestly, I never really thought about that. My dad always used to get on to me about this, but I literally just shoot up. Like, I just want to try to get as much height on the ball as possible. But I always felt like it was better for me to shoot long than short.
Right.
Brown in
So
transition.
I can dial that back. You know, shooting short is a lot more with, you know, legs, mechanics, and stuff like that. I feel like, you know, you shoot long, it's just maybe a little too excited on that shot, or maybe jumped a little too high. So I feel like I can fix too long better than I can fix too short.
And
Makes
a fresh
sense.
shot clock
That makes
for the
sense.
Canes. If we're going to be patient offensively, and one of the things that the Tar Heels struggle with is ball stream defense at the end of the shot clock. Right now they're running
That's big time. That's really tough right there.
Justin Hubert, junior from Cream Ridge, New Jersey, also on for the first time. Rion Brown, air ball.
Now, those are two very similar shots, two very different results. What changed from 2 to 3?
Justin Hubert.
Now, this second one, I rushed it a lot. That first one, I was a little more patient. And, of course, because I just hit a shot, I'm like, it's going up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think I could have been a little more patient on that, even waited for the screen, got my feet set better.
Looked like you got him on a little slip right here.
Yep, definitely. Right over the top.
Rion Brown, air ball. South forced Miami and left turnovers during this game. Too strong from Shaqiri. Offensive rebound, Rion Brown, the stick back.
Now, in a game like this, like, do you make it a point, like, you want to be active on the glass to try and get 1 or 2 easy ones, or, like, how much does that rebounding help you get in the rhythm of, like, the game?
Man, just honestly for me, you know, being a shooter, a scorer, seeing anything go through the net makes the world of difference for me. So, you know, especially in games where I may be struggling or defenses are really tight and, you know, really keyed in on me off of my plays, I try to go to the offensive rebound early in the games, especially, and get those easy ones. But especially with this team, Coach L was always emphasizing me going to the glass a lot more.
Did you always do it?
If I did most of the time, but you'll see, it's sometimes I'll just get too tired and it's just like, nah, I'm not going. But you know, that's why I say, especially early in the games, I was going a lot.
It's a summer ago, but I didn't have much interest in bringing him in because I had Bullock coming back. I had PJ Hairston. How's that look now? It doesn't look good. And I don't think they're playing as well since they've announced that he was not going to be reinstated. So I think they're trying to hang in there until their boy got back, and he's not.
Now, on this one, I mean, from what I see, in the few clips I've watched, on your misses, that left shoulder is more open, and that followed the
Both
guy.
of them, they're going all, yep.
I don't think they're playing
Yep,
as
and that was something when back in these days when I was younger, I had a hard time. That's why I was so inconsistent shooting. And you know, even my first year out, I think I spent a lot of time after this year, that summer, you know, keeping that elbow in a lot.
Right.
But that was a lot of my inconsistencies right there.
he was not going to be reinstated. So I think they were trying to hang in there until their boy got back, and he's not. Slope. Too strong. The tap to Brown.
That's just a rough one right there.
It took me a while to get going.
Huh?
This what got me going right here. I remember.
Finishes himself.
Hold on. When you on a break like that and you see someone like in the corner of your eye about to jump with you, like what's going on in your head?
Honestly, I gotta dunk it, or at least try to dunk it. You know, referees reward the aggressiveness. So you know, if you go in there soft, and even if you may get fouled, like most likely they're not gonna call it. They can tell when you go in there soft. So if you go in there even looking like you're gonna dunk, even if you're not really trying to dunk, like you know, it sells the foul a lot more too. But for me, I'm not really a 1 foot jumper, so I actually get mad when people are chasing me down because I know I have to jump off 1 foot because I don't have time to jump off 2. But now, most cases like that, I want to jump off 2 feet because I got more power and explosiveness.
Right.
Himself, the throwdown by
I think the
Rion
next
Brown.
clip right here coming up. This is the set. Now, you already know what set this is.
I ain't gonna say what it's called. Coach would be mad at me, but this was my live play in college.
Now, everywhere you go, it seems like they have a live play for you.
And a run-out chance for Rion Brown.
Especially after this, it just kind of followed me. It was like that's what I do: shoot threes and catch lobs. So it's like everybody had those plays.
Now, when you in the huddle, and coach call the lob play, like you turn.
Turn. It's a bucket. I'm ready to scream.
Everything. Throw that.
And I got to give a shout out to all my passers, man. They always put it on point every time, man.
Who threw that one?
That was Gary Adams that time.
But
even from Durant, Scott, Shane Larkin, Trey McKinney-Jones. Yep, everybody, man.
Inside is bothering Carolina. Carolina is settling for shots that are not high percentage looks.
Yep, that was the read.
What'd you say?
I was saying, yeah, that was the read. You know, the heat or go under, pop back for the three.
That fade right there. Look good.
Is comfortable. And Carolina now 4 at the free throw line here in the first half. The count finds Brown. He hits a three.
Like you could just see, like when that left shoulder and that guy hand, cash every time.
And Carolina now 4 of 8 at the free throw line here in the first half. The count finds Brown. He hits a three from the corner. Aids for three.
Oh, I know that hurt. I know that.
Man, I still got the joint in my eye, man.
For real? You got a scar from that?
Yeah, I was bleeding and everything.
For three. Comes up short. Back to do the rebound, but a foul called. It looks like it'll go against
tough. Like scratches in my eyelid. But it was crazy. Came back with the Nelly Band-Aid.
To the corner, Brown for three. Got it. Well, Harvard Westlake High School out in Los Angeles having a game of his career. Another turnover. Bad pass by Tokita. Rion Brown.
See, now that may be a foul right there, but now after you tell me you don't like jumping off 1 foot, I can see you don't like jumping off of 1 foot.
Yep. And it looked like I was trying to avoid the contact instead of going to it. You know what I mean?
This right here, this is 2 feet. Strong finish.
I used to love that play, man. I used to love when people press.
Now, like, when do you know, like, I need to go off 2? Going off 1 might work better here. Because I'm a believer. I love when 2 feet, center of gravity, explosive.
Yeah, so I'm more so if I can tell that they're sizing me up, it's more like we're running to meet at the same time. I'm jumping off 1. If you're a little bit in front of me or behind me, I feel like I can control myself enough off 2 to avoid you, switch hands, trying to kind of read what you're doing.
Too strong. The tip follow won't go. Now the Heels have a chance. Adams with a home run ball. Brown able to finish. For the Kings. Hayes forces a three. No good. Way up in the air to draw the foul.
In the glass, getting rewarded.
Oh, yeah. Especially defensive glass. We were so small that year. Coach was on me about, going to that glass all the time.
NBA's all-time leading scorer. Over 8,500 points in the CBA. Who's going to protect going long? There goes Brown long. Instead it's into the cup.
I mean, again, too.
Brown will kill some time, and Miami is going to win on the road here at Chapel Hill and get there for the. He's got 18 points to go.
There's that net. That's the Nelly Band-Aid.
Yes, sir.
He and Eric Swope.
Okay, so how does it feel? ESPN on the road at UNC. You know they wasn't betting on you that night. You show out. How does that feel like going back?
That was a big one for us, especially that year. It was after we won the ACC championship. we basically had a 7-man rotation that year, and 6 of the guys left. I was the only one that stayed, that was in the rotation the year before. So, coming into that year, being an underdog like that, and then it finally being like it's almost, my team, those wins were so important. It just kind of spoke on our character because almost every ACC game, we were the underdog.
Right.
And I think we ended up, I can't remember if we won 6 or 7, somewhere in there, but they only picked us to win like 1 or 2 games that year. And we even won the first ACC tournament game also in the tournament. So, just to have those statement games like that when you're the underdog, man, that just speaks to, your character, your work ethic. And, like I said, the numbers speak for itself.
Now, so the year before you guys win the ACC, you had a lesser role. The next year, you have a bigger role. Your team doesn't have as many wins and isn't as successful. Like, what did you enjoy more? Obviously, the winning or being the guy that's getting 20?
The winning for sure, man. That's the most fun I've ever had playing basketball, man. And that group we had, everybody sacrificed something that year. We basically had that same team the year before, and was basically the same team 2 years before that. And the results were drastically different because everybody came in and sacrificed something to go into that role of this is what it takes for us to win. It's not about me. It's not about me getting my shots up or me getting my numbers or me handling the ball. Like, that's what team basketball is all about, man. And the year after that, we actually played as a team. We literally just didn't have enough talent to compete with everybody else. It's plain and simple. We played hard. We played as a team, and that's what kept us in most of those games. So the winning definitely is more fun, man. You can always go out and score 20.
Like you said, like, you describing like what a team is supposed to be, and people always assume like that's what it is. But like, it's crazy. Like, you've been on how many teams in your life? How rare it is to have everyone on the same page and everything aligned like that.
It really is. And I tell people all the time, man, like, oh, man, you should have had 20 this game, or you should have shot this. And you got to block out, because that's the main thing that separates the teams. It's not always the player. It's the people on the outside that are influencing him.
Right.
He knows how to play basketball. He's been playing basketball his life, or he wouldn't be there.
And especially at the ACC level, like, everyone's wanting to be in the NBA. So they hearing all that, and they're like, that could infiltrate a team and break it down very quickly.
For sure. I've seen it.
What was your biggest, like, adjustment from college to being a pro, like, in terms of, like, the basketball?
You said the biggest difference?
Yeah, like, the transition period. Like, what was the most difficult for you, like, from college to pro?
Probably the speed and the openness. So, college, slow it down, run this set. Most coaches, my coach was a slow down, run this set.
Right.
We run, if we have open, clear opportunities. So, when pro, it's like, hey, you take every opportunity that you get. Matter of fact, make an opportunity out of nothing if you can. So, that, and then, like you said, the speed, the physicality. The guys are a lot stronger, especially the guards. Guards are a lot bigger and stronger. So, probably the speed and terminology too. Not all college coaches use that NBA and pro terminology, when you're coming in, and though that could be the difference in you playing or not too. You out there, you have to communicate, and if you don't know the right things to say, you're playing.
What's up, everybody? Vinny Vitrone. Sadly, last night, me and Ryan, in the middle of our conversation, had some Wi-Fi malfunctions, some technical difficulties, and we were forced to cut the conversation short. But I'm going to throw up some of his highlights, throw his @name on there so you guys could give him a follow. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation as much as I did, and I look forward to continuing to build. If you have any feedback, anything, we'd love to hear from you guys. But stay safe and have a good day.
Run, baby, run! Showtime! Showtime!
Look, see, I came down to tally. All the bad baby, what's happening? Last name Santa, first savage. We ain't never had it. Money adding up, just stacking. Running point guard like magic. City so tragic. Fiend for the money, gotta have it. I just want the money on the back end. Baby, I'm a vet. I just ran it up.